really can go into writing something like a dissertation for school, there's a chance for kids maybe to have pondered something like this before, and now there's a kids-style book all about it. Here with more on the book and what inspired him to write it is UNM's Dean of Students, Tomás Aguirre, and we're so glad to have you today.
Thank you.
You were here last week, and we were discussing this book. It's been out for how long now?
It's been out for less than a month.
You authored it. Is it for children, or is it a kid's style?
Yeah, it's a kid's style book for kids who's maybe their mom or dad is going through a dissertation process, or maybe it's something that they're interested in too. I mean, when I did my dissertation a number of years back, I recognized that my wife and my kids were having to make sacrifices too. So I think that's sort of what inspired me to write it. It's almost like a dissertation for dummies book, but a coffee style, picture book that anybody would enjoy and sort of get a better understanding of how it works.
So it's readable enough for a child to understand,
Definitely.
But maybe not something they're going to flip through on a
No,
regular
I
basis.
still think they like dancing giraffes and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tell me about the monkey. What does that have to do?
So the monkey is, I was working on one of my chapters one night and I was getting frustrated and I said, I got to get this monkey off my back. And the next day, my 6-year-old, who's now 12, had taken his sock monkey from his great-grandmother and he had put the word dissertation on the chest next to the computer, and then the monkey sort of became the muse for the story and laughed when things went wrong and was sad when things went well, and actually walked across the stage with me, and then people just said, hey, write a book about it. I think it might help other people who are going through that, that same process. So.
It takes a really creative mind, I think, to not only think through a dissertation critically, but also to think creatively, to be able to write a pathway for somebody like this.
Right, right. And so, I sort of did the story, and then I had a student at Humboldt State University where I was the Associate Dean of Students who actually did the illustrations for me.
Cool. That's very neat. So how does this benefit families, do you think?
I think this benefits anybody who's thinking of going through or embarking on a journey like that, because it really helps the grandmothers, the parents, the partners, the kids understand, the amount of sacrifice and the amount of time that it's going to take to complete it, and it's sort of their sacrifice as well. So it really it helps map out the journey for them.
It's almost like a part-time or even a full-time job, I can imagine, to
Oh
put
yeah,
something like
most
that
definitely.
together.
It's definitely like a part-time job.
When you do continue higher education, I imagine that's something that you really, it's the end result, right, of all of the work, and it's kind of like the final project, correct?
Right, and too often we just think about getting a bachelor's degree, and now, the master's has become almost the old bachelor's. And the PhD is really becoming something that one needs to attain to really be competitive in today's market. And UNM is a great place to do that. I mean, we have so many different grad programs and doctoral programs there, so it's a great place to continue that journey.
I was going to ask how you think it will help students at UNM.
Well, I think it'll just help them as far as what to expect, what they're going to have to commit to that process, the sacrifices that they're going to make, but again, the sacrifices that the people that are close to them are going to have to make as well.
All right, the title of the book one more time, and then where folks can get it if they'd like to.
It's called The Dissertation Monkey, and they can get it on Amazon and also in university bookstores. So we're looking to get it into university bookstores.
Yeah, on campus it'd be good to
That
have
would be a
access.
great
Are you going to
place to
sign
have
any
it.
signing events that you're going to sign up for?
Yeah, if I can find time for it, yeah, we'll see.
No, busy guy, but we appreciate it. Tomás Aguirre is the Dean of Students at UNM. So glad to have you. And
Thank you.
Again, this guy I'm sure will be hanging out in your office long term along with a copy of the book. That's a pretty inspirational piece of the book.
If my kids lend them to me that long, yes, for sure. We'll see.
What a neat thing. Well, again, Tomás, it's good to have you.
We'll get one for your child that you're going to have sometime soon.
Gosh, that's right around the corner. Maybe he will be writing a dissertation someday. I think my wife and I would love that. So
all right.
Thanks so much.
Thank
and
you.
of course, we got more information online too, krqe.com. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.